Jay, I want to ask you about Duncan Keith, and obviously he was brought in for his experience, but at times like this, high-pressure hockey, when it matters most, and his experience has really paid off for you.
Yeah, I think his play stands out. First off, his words carry weight in the locker room, and he's a big part of our leadership group. And these are the times you need someone with that level of experience, and he's done a good job for us so far.
When he's able to perform like that in the Stanley Cup playoffs, for not only his partner but also on the young guys.
I think it's important for people to see how he handles himself, how he regenerates, how he prepares for games, his level of focus and preparation. I think it specifically resonates with our young people, but even some guys that have years in the league. Duncan Keith's a champion, and he's a champion for a reason. Part of that is how he conducts his business on a day-to-day basis.
Keith and Bouchard, you made the decision to pair them. They had one rough game all year, and that was the game in Minnesota. And then since then, I mean, they're combined plus 28 or something.
Yeah.
Just a thought on that tandem, and whether or not you've seen a slightly different Evan Bouchard as the season has progressed.
Yeah, I've really seen progression in Bouchard's game. Passes the puck great, gets his shot through from the point, but he's also someone who's defended a lot harder as time has gone on here. I think him and Keith complement each other. They have a good relationship. They talk the game through, and they've been a real reliable group for us on the back end.
What do you think allowed Evan to take that step physically, defending harder, and we're even seeing him pushing that further?
I think it's the work that he's put in. He has a really good relationship with Dave Manson, and they've sat down and gone over different parts of the game that the team wants to see improvement on, but specifically what Dave would like to see. And it's a credit to Bush because he's come a long way. He's come a long way since he's turned professional, but just in the last few months, he's really growing into the part of handling big minutes for us. And as I said, I think that relationship with Duncan has served him well too, and they feed off each other great.
You got another 2018, 22-year-old, 2018 pick.
Yeah.
In Ryan McLeod, who's played a lot the other night. I mean, you had this guy. Was there a point where you're sure he was going to play, or were there some moments where, because he obviously can transport the puck, but there's other aspects of his game that were in question?
I think his physical gifts have been, without question, since the first time I laid eyes on him. You could see it, just the way he skates, his body frame. But he's put a lot of work into the details in his game. And it hasn't always been smooth for him since he became a professional hockey player, but he's worked to where he is right now. I can tell you that in this version I see of Ryan, I feel very comfortable as the coach to put him in any situation. He's a big factor in the way the penalty kill has kind of turned the corner here over the last 6 weeks or so, and he plays on the power play. He's found a way to be effective there, and he has a versatility to him that allows me to move him left wing, right wing, center, first line, fourth line. It doesn't matter. I feel good when Ryan McLeod's on the ice, and I can move him anywhere.
We're seeing a lot of different teams in different sports, taking the long way, going across the board. When did you guys reach this decision?
Yeah.
Strictly for the playoffs?
For us, we just thought it was the smartest move for our group. Involved our players in the decision, and it was a good travel day today. Everyone's feeling good about being in the sunshine here down in California. It looks like you are too.
Is it simply you just don't want to risk it being tested because you never know if somebody's...
No, I think what you want to do is you want to make the best decision possible for your group. And as I said, it was one that we gave a lot of thought to. I thought it was executed excellently today. And we're getting ready for game number 3 tomorrow.
And what do you do on an extra long travel day like that? Do you have meetings with the players on the bus or on the playing? Or
You know what? I didn't think it was long at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was a really well executed day. It's a credit to the people that put it together with our, our travel department. One of the people that probably doesn't get mentioned a lot of someone who takes care of all the kind of travel and all the things that go behind the scenes with our team. Her name is Kate Doyle, and she did a heck of a job. And I thought, it was a really well executed day. The players are energized by how we traveled, and as I said, being in the California sunshine here.
The players have to buy into it. You can't be pouty about a couple of bus rides.
Well,
You have to go with it.
That's why you involve the players in the decision, and we just thought it was the best move for our team. Other teams do different things, but for our team, it was the best move for us.
Jay, a bit of a follow-up from your question about Yamamoto yesterday. From the time when you coached him in Bakersfield and now with the Oilers this season, what kind of conversations might you have had with him about walking that line of emotion, physicality, blending it with his skills and his puck ability and his scoring ability, and how important is that going to be going forward here?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think, but playing with emotion is also critical to why he's had success, not only at the American League level, but also here in the National Hockey League. I think he demonstrates a will in his game, and I think that will that he does demonstrate is contagious. We want him on the ice. He's an important player, just like McLeod. He touches all facets of the game, and as I said, he's had a heck of a last 2.5 months, and he's carried it on here into the playoffs.
You guys really ramped up the physicality in Game 2. Is that a concerted effort? Did you sit down with the guys and say this is what we need to do, or did they take it upon themselves, or did
I think
lead by example?
Yeah, I think we're at our best when we are physical. Now, we might have different opinions or definitions of what physicality is. I think physicality is establishing yourself in the face-off circle. I think it's making a good play along the wall. I think it's guaranteeing different lines on the ice. I think it's going to the net with authority, playing inside people's equipment. So that it's not just scrums, it's not just finishing your check, but it's all those types of situations. And for us, we pride ourselves on those moments within hockey games. And, we had a good evening in game number 2. But as I said the other day, that game is done and finished with. And for us, our focus and our concentration was to make sure that we regenerated and that we're feeling good heading into game number 3.
All that said, about the different ways to be physical. I mean,
Yeah.
good old big body slamming checks that make
Yep.
noise and get the bench up from all 4 lines. That's kind of classic and
Yep.
meaningful as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think anytime you can do that, it's an investment in the series itself. I think part of it, and I said this the other day after the game, I think part of it is just, coming through the roadblocks that we have to come through in the neutral zone. That sets us up to do that sometimes. There's a level of physicality to your forecheck when you have to come through the muddy waters, and that's just the way the series is playing out, and our guys have done a good job with that.
Cassian, during the regular season, sometimes he maybe sleeps a little bit, but when he's on point and playing the way he does in the playoffs, he can be a problem.
Yeah, my experience with Zach Cassian has always been a positive one. He's someone that is a good professional, someone who's prepared. He's in elite shape, and he wants to help his team win. And the other night, he certainly helped us win with his measure of physicality.